How are you?
Good.
Welcome to Southern California.
Thanks.
So, how did you jumped into the transfer portal?
Yeah.
Who contacted you? How did this whole thing come about?
With SC specifically?
Yes.
It was Dave Emmerich was the first one to reach out to me pretty early on in the process. And then kind of for me, I grew up an SC fan. My dad's family's from down here, so for me, kind of once the opportunity presented itself, it was kind of a no-brainer. So I made that move. Kind of the best decision I've made so far, I think.
How many programs were coming after you?
More than I expected. I mean, for me, it was kind of coming from a D3, you never know what to expect with that. I think the portal's kind of the Wild West. Everybody knows that. But like I said, I think for me, it was kind of once I knew what the right spot was, I think it made sense.
What was that recruiting process like going through the transfer portal? How much different was it compared to when you were at high school?
I mean, high school for me, it was nothing. It was I didn't have a lot of offers out of high school, so for me, it was night and day. But I've been through it. My brother been through the recruiting process, so we kind of knew how it worked. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still the same process. It's just different schools. But yeah.
At what point did you realize you had the chance to make the jump from where you were to this level?
I mean, after the season, I think I kind of sat down with my coaches over there, and I graduated from there, so they were pretty supportive of it. And I think for me, it was kind of seeing what was out there, and then, like I said, once I started rolling, I think it just happened that way.
What's it mean to you to be at this level now?
It's special. I think for me, like I said, I grew up an SC fan, so I think it was one of those things. Like I first got here and kind of getting in the locker room and like meeting certain guys and meeting Coach Riley. Like I think it took me a good week before I was like, wow, this is actually real. And now it's kind of just sit down and kind of work, right? Once you kind of get over that part of it, it's college football at the end of the day.
Why do you feel you were overlooked out of high school?
I don't know. And for me, I think I tried to focus on that so much. Just I'm here now and kind of taking advantage of the opportunity.
Who are your favorite? What are your favorite SC memories from childhood?
I'm trying to think. That field goal against Penn State, the longest I ever went to my high school, so that's probably the biggest one I remember, yeah.
What's it like being, the older guy in the room, but also the new guy in the room?
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of characters in our room, so that's always fun. But at the end of the day, I think for me too, just coming in and learning, right? I think trying not to put myself on some sort of pedestal just because I am older. And they kind of just taking a step back and learning and then kind of contributing when I can. In those meetings, but at the end of the day, just learning and kind of trying to do what I can to contribute.
Go ahead.
What's it been like so far with the guys here? How's that experience been in terms of what you expected?
It's been great. I think having guys like Kyron around who've been around a long time, who understand the system, it's been great kind of helping me just learn the offense. Having Miller kind of be able to help me after practices, after workouts, kind of just walk through certain stuff where he wants the ball, where he wants to do it, kind of getting to know guys. I think the more you get to know guys in the team, the easier I think it's going to be.
Is there a significant difference from D3 level and playing here at USC?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a difference. I think for me, there's guys at every level can play. It's still college football, right? So I think at the end of the day, I think people put a big sign on that. I think, don't get me wrong, guys here are a lot better, but I wouldn't say that the gap is as big as people think it is, but there's talented players there, I'll say that.
What stood out to you about Miller? He's kind of as a leader in this team.
He's a great leader. When I got here, and I think for me, obviously he came in. He's not a guy who talks too much, but when he does talk, everybody listens, right? And I think that's the biggest thing for me is kind of just coming in and having somebody to follow. I think everybody in that room is like that. So I think that's one of the great things we have right now. I think there's not too much ego involved in everything. I think it's just kind of everybody's here to show up and work and win.
James, what's your confidence level, even as a guy coming from D3, seeing that this is obviously a young room and feeling like you can make an impact just as a veteran and bring a little bit of that leadership?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's just kind of make plays when I can when the opportunity presents itself. And learn. I think that's the biggest thing for me is learning with opportunities to make plays.
Was it presented to you that you were going to have an opportunity to be a first month rotation or significant amount of time when you're kind of transferring here?
Yeah, well, Coach Simmons he was pretty straightforward. He was like, look, we're going to chart everything and we're going to chart plays and the guys make plays, and we'll evaluate off of that. And for me, that's all I wanted. I just wanted a chance to kind of come in and compete. I think any school kind of promises you stuff is never where you really want to be. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, having a chance to compete.
What have you seen also with Jaden Richardson? Just him coming in here. What's he like? I don't know too much about him. What's it been like so far?
Yeah, so I played with his cousins at my old school, so I think that was for me. We kind of already had that connection. really talented guy. So I think for me, just kind of that whole room's really good leaders all the way through. So I'm excited to see where we go from here.
You proved so much just getting this far, getting here. What do you want to prove now that you're here?
Like I said, I think for me, it's less about proving someone to everybody else, which I've kind of proven myself at this point that I can do it. Like I said, just showing up every day and making plays. I think after that, everything will come from there.
Let's do one more here.
We've had a couple of padded practices. What has stood out from the defense?
They're flying around. They're physical. I think Coach Lynn's brought a really great energy now. Yeah, I think everybody's really excited.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.